Well, we're cramming for college this morning with some early admission papers due in days. We're answering your money, safety, and grading questions as you polish off that application, and then you have to reach for your checkbook. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jason Newton. Today on 11 TV Hill, we're going back to school, and from the looks of it, millions of you are coming along with us. More than 18.5 million students enrolled in 2- and 4-year colleges in the U.S. this past spring. That enrollment number has actually been falling over the last 4 years. Tuition numbers, not so much. Private school in the 2014-15 school year, that cost averages around $31,000. As for public universities, average about $9,000 in-state, $23,000 out of state. Now, students can build up quite a tab over 4 years, $28,000 and even higher for their education. And today, we're going to get some advice to avoid getting buried under all of that debt. Stuart Ritter from T. Rowe Price joining us to help us. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
This is something that parents deal with from the moment the child is born.
Indeed.
Realistically, when should a parent really start planning about saving for college?
When you know that child's coming. It's the time to
That
start
early,
thinking
man?
about. Yeah, the earlier you start, the less money it's going to take in terms of savings to get to the financial goal you have. But if you didn't start right when your child showed up, right now would be the second best time to start.
You still have a shot.
Absolutely. Anything you save is going to be helpful. We've run some analyses and shown that every dollar you save can avoid $2 in loans later on, depending upon when you start. So get started now if you haven't already. If you have, think about perhaps saving even more.
Sure. Let's talk a little bit about the 529 plan. Explain a little bit, and it seems like it's pretty flexible in how it can be used, but strictly for education.
Right. A 529 plan is designed to give you tax benefits in saving for college. So if you don't use that, you're giving up money to taxes, and you only get to spend what's left. Whereas if you save in a 529 plan, all other things being equal, you have more to spend. And a 529 plan can be used at any college in the country, any accredited school. You're not restricted. And you can have access to that money anytime.
And it doesn't have to be a 4-year or 2-year or whatever. As long as it's accredited, you're in good shape.
That's it. The Department of Education will give a financial aid code to schools. And as long as the school has one, Votech, even some schools overseas will have that code, and the money you spend for their expenses count as qualified educational expenses.
If I'm a parent and watching now, and this is something I'm saying, listen, I got to get on board with 529. How do I sign up? Where do I go? Is it strictly a T. Rowe Price thing?
The state of Maryland has created an agency that does this. So collegesavingsmd.org, go to that website, and it will explain the two kinds of 529 plans that are available in the state of Maryland. Take a look at them and decide which one is best for your situation. But again, the sooner you start, the better. So don't spend so much time analyzing that you never actually open an account.
Well, what's interesting is that we hear that same thing about maybe a 401k or maybe even life insurance. So now a parent is wondering, well, do I have to squirrel away a whole nother chunk of money to do this, or is this something that I can do in small increments?
You can certainly do it in small increments, but the plan that is designed specifically for college is a 529 plan. So when people say I want to save for retirement, they're thinking 401k and IRA because those accounts are specifically designed to help with that goal. The 529 plan is specifically designed to help with college. Yes, there are other things you can use, but you'll be giving up some of those tax benefits if you do.
What does a person typically put in? If I'm a parent and I'm saying, you know, this is my time, what do I typically put in, and what's the revolving time that it goes in there?
We looked at the numbers. If you start saving when your child is born to cover the total cost of the average 4-year public school, it's $400 a month, which can be overwhelming for a lot of people. Now, if you can do that, do that. If not, think about a down payment, maybe $200 a month, and that gets you in a position where when it's time to go to school, you have more options because you've saved more.
All right, I'll read two plans to you. Tell me what the difference. Maryland Prepaid College Trust and Maryland College Investment Plan. What's the difference there, and do they cater towards different people?
Let me start with one similarity. If you're a Maryland state resident, you get a state tax benefit for using either one of those plans. The difference is the prepaid trust, you can think of it as buying a year of college. You turn over money now, where there's a payment plan, and it will cover a year or however many you've purchased of the average Maryland public school. And if they go anywhere else, which you can use the money for, you get the average cost of a school at that time. The college investment plan, you're putting money in, you're choosing investments, and whatever the balance is, you get to spend that. Now, there are differences in terms of what counts as qualified educational expenses, but the website is helpful in explaining all that.
Tell me this, the average person right now, are they wising up to this right now, or are they getting to that year when their student's a senior and thinking, uh-oh, We got to go to the bank right now.
We have both, but more people are realizing the earlier I start saving, the more money I have, and the less stress there will be when I get to that point.
The key is start now.
That's it. That is the most important thing, and the thing that's most in your control.
Excellent. Stuart Ritter, thank you for coming by. You
Thanks
answered a lot of questions for 529, but there are still some more questions. We fielded some, actually, from some college-bound students about how to pay for college outside of savings and investments. The first one from Baltimore City College student there, Anise Tates.
My name is Anise Tates. I go to Baltimore City College. And my question is, if we don't live or receive any financial support from one parent, do we still have to put them on our FAFSA information?
And that is a great question. In fact, the financial experts say it's a good question, but also a tough one. A financial aid manager over at Morgan State University saying, first and foremost, discuss your specific case with a financial aid counselor at your school, because each case is different. But a broad answer from them, the manager says, it is typically the parent who is raising and providing the majority of care for the student whose name will end up on that form. Next question is from Darius Johnson, a student over at Douglas High School.
Because I have no money saved for my college education, Ms. Ray has told me I have to apply for a loan. I really don't want to apply for a loan. However, Ms. Ray assures me that this is called good debt. Should I decide to go that route? I guess my concern and or question would be, should I set a limit to how much I should ask the bank for my college education?
Great question, Darius. Financial advisor Nicholas Abrams over at AJW Financial Partners saying a good rule of thumb is that you should always enter a loan situation with a limit in mind to help you avoid the debt. He also says, though, a conventional loan could be tough for a student to get a loan, but he points to Stafford and other student loans as the best options for students because of the interest rates, requirements, and their availability. Also, adding up the cost of a college education is now as simple as logging onto your computer. McDaniel College, one of hundreds of schools, has posted a net price calculator right on its website.
All the financial information that we're going to ask a parent or a student when they apply for financial aid. Ask for it up front, run it through a calculator, give them an estimate of what they're going to pay to come to McDaniel.
I think it's a very helpful tool, considering like I depend on financial aid greatly with college and stuff, so I mean it's a great tool for any college student, no matter grad or undergrad.
That online calculator requires students and parents to pass along some tax information, earnings, and bank statements. It also takes into account student grade point averages, class ranking, and SAT scores. We're told that in most cases that online program takes only about 10 minutes to finish up. University of Maryland University College saying goodbye to textbooks. How about that? Help students save thousands of dollars. Vice Provost there saying that students can now use a variety of online materials for free. UMUC caters mainly to adults who have already gotten their undergraduate degrees. Now, the good news when it comes to paying for college, fewer students are defaulting on their college loans. The 3-year default rate ending in 2012 was 11.8%. That's down 2%. The nation's education secretary saying that the Obama administration has taken what it calls historic steps to give borrowers more options to manage their student debt and stay on track to repayment, and also is holding institutions accountable for improving student outcomes. Oregon State's financial aid office not surprised that loan defaults are going down.
Because we rely on our federal funding, our default rate being low is very important to us, so we work very hard to try to make sure that we do what we can for our students to make sure we can help keep our default rate down.
And there are a few reminders from the federal government when it comes to paying back those student loans. Find out when your repayment starts, how to make that payment, and look for repayment options as well. And if you're saddled with a lot of college debt, you could qualify for an incentive program to buy your first home. The You've Earned It program provides a $5,000 deferred loan for a down payment to buyers who have at least $25,000 in student loan debt. This is a zero-interest deferred loan. Now, you must repay that loan when you refinance your mortgage or transfer ownership or sell the home. To qualify, the home buyer must invest a minimum of $1,000. You must buy in one of Maryland's sustainable communities, though, and that home must be your primary residence.